Chase all this bread, though the shit won't last. About to shut the city down like a crypto crash.
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Okay. Ready? Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
We're doing it live, ladies and gentlemen. Crypto Billy in the building. We got Brandon Cobb in the building. He's asking, are we bullish? Are we bearish? Is he a crip? Is he a blood? Wisdom bars in the house. Zero fucks given. I'm actually still bearish, bro. We'll get into the details. But every drop has a relief rally because you got to understand the structure of markets, right? You have on the way down, you have actually when you're in the bear market, you have the biggest rips higher. You normally have the biggest bull rallies in a bear market. That's typically what happens. And it's because people are both, hopefully, trying to buy the dip, catching the falling knife, but then you also have people covering their shorts. So that means to cover a short or to close a short that you're in, you have to buy it back. So it's kind of like a double buying environment. But we'll get into all that today. Hit that like button on the way in. Let's get this bad boy cracking. Bloodalytics.com. That's where you need to go. Sign up. Get the signals that you see me trade live every stream at Bloodalytics.com. No obligation. Cancel if you need to. When you want. Come back. Bounce back. Do whatever you need. But you're going to definitely need to use this in this type of environment where volatility is stretched. It's going crazy right now. We typically trade the Scalpalytics Pro, Bitcoin, Ethereum chart. I'll bring that up right now. See what we got going on today. All right. So we got an opportunity to go long on Bitcoin. So we're going to take that. We're definitely going to take that. And might as well do that now. We missed our Ethereum trade. Ethereum's been killing it on Scalpalytics. Tried to go short this morning in the Eurozone after closing a nice long from last night. If you traded that, I don't trade that time zone. I'm typically only trading US zone, which starts here 9:30 roughly. Start to look at charts right before 9:30. I'll talk about Ethereum in a minute, but I want to get into this trade right now on Bitcoin because I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss this trade, ladies and gentlemen. Can't miss this trade. Did I just enter the wrong? I did. I just entered the wrong fucking trade. God darn it, mother. All right, so let me go back over here and enter this trade. And I'm going to go ahead and close this Ethereum long that I opened by mistake. Let me bring up the screen. I got to bring up the screen for you guys really quickly. Just give me a second. Hit that like button again, ladies and gents, as we get cracking today. Why did it just log me out of my account? What the hell? How's everyone doing this morning? it's been a nice recovery. On the road again. On the road again. You see here, I got to log you back in because I got logged out. Not sure why. I think it's this one. 01. Let's get in here. Let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Ladies and gents, let's get it cracking. All right, so it actually didn't let me. It looks like it didn't let me make the trade. It signed me out on the execution. I must have been already logged out because what the heck is going on? Hit refresh. Let's hit a refresh. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go, ladies and gents. There we go. Go ahead and get in this trade here. All right. So we're in this Bitcoin long because we're getting in under entry. You guys know I like to get in under entry. Either way, long or short, I love to get in below the signal. Risk reward is much better. Our stop loss is currently our stop loss is calling us right now. That's what's happening. Let me turn this off. Stop loss. Let me just do the measurement really quickly. You guys know when you're using this tool, this signal, you want to base your stop loss off of percentages away from current market. So we're currently about 0.4% away. I will put it below a little bit, give it a little bit of buffer, even below the line, maybe 0.1% below the line. So I'm going to come over here and we're going to put in our stop loss at 0.40%, which will be right here. I'm going to copy that and add that to the stop loss, ladies and gents. Always get your stop loss set up immediately after entering a trade. It is very important that you have your stop losses set up. Who we got in the building? Digital Asset. DGen, what's going on, brother? Where's my guy Hyben? I saw Hyben. Hyben, what's going on, bro? We cracked 100,000 on Bitcoin. We're gonna look at all of that in a minute. I just had to get my trade in though before doing that. I had to get my trade in. Didn't want to miss it. Hope you guys didn't miss it either. Zcash CVC says, beautiful double bottom at the 99K range, still being patient since the price could literally go either way right now. There you go, bro. Thanks for tuning in, man. I don't know. How did you catch me? Did you get an alert? Man, YouTube is be on some bull. You know what I'm talking about. All right, so look. We're getting another a little pullback on this long, and we'll be prepared to go short if need be. You already know we ready to go short. We're not married to any trade. Typically, you know, again, so just to show you what happened on Ethereum, unfortunately, you know, I didn't trade this. I know I got a couple of people over in the UK that does, you know, they're subscribers to the Scalpalytics Pro. And they trade the UK zone. I got like 3 people over there. This is a beautiful trade right here. You would have gone long at 613 this morning. Boom, pulled the trigger, took some profits here, 50% to be exact, another 25%, and you're still in the money right now, ladies and gents, with that Bitcoin or Ethereum Scalpalytics Pro signal. And then let's not even talk about what happened yesterday, man. Oh my God, we tore the markets up. tore the markets up. 10:30 a.m. You would have gone short on Ethereum. And look at all that, man. 50% profit, 25, 25, 25, 25. Just tearing them up, man. We caught the whole drop. The whole drop, ladies and gentlemen. This is, again, I suggest when we close out, like when you get done with the US session, which is around, you can see the shaded area. It's like a green shaded area right there. I'm going to actually really quickly put a little bit more on the table on this long trade on Bitcoin, because we're pulling back even some more. I want to defend that stop loss line. Okay. It's okay to double down on losing trades when you have a fixed stop loss. Okay. If you don't have an exit strategy, don't double down on stuff, because you just keep moving your stop loss. No, we don't move stop losses. We do not move stop losses. So it's okay to double down on your trades if you have a fixed stop loss, and all of our trades have fixed stop losses. New Yorkers better get that BTCs ASAP. I hear that, man. I did get the alert on YouTube. I will say that it doesn't seem like I'm getting all alerts from everyone, but got yours. Yeah, there. It's Brandon got the alert. Good. That's good. Yeah, it's weird, man. They really need to fix YouTube, especially with some of your smaller channels like mine, where we have, like 20,000 subs or whatever. You really rely on your alerts going out to the people who subscribe to you, and it's not happening. What you think about Zcash? From which standpoint? From a trading standpoint, or from a fundamental, like buy and hold? Let me know. So I did buy a little bit more Bitcoin on the pullback. We got in nicely, though. Look at that entry, the green line, nice entry. Trading over on BYDFi, by the way. Link in the description below. You guys should definitely check us out over there, man. We killing it. Killing it. And I'm also trading over on MGBX as well. And my auto trades are going on over on Blowfin. So 3 amazing exchanges. This one is just getting started. I'm working with them closely to really make this a up and coming. They're doing a great job. Make this an up and coming trading system and exchange. So look out for MGBX. A lot of I'm actually giving 5 days free if you sign up. Send me your UID number over to algo at cryptoblood.io. You send me your UID number and your trading view number after you sign up with MGBX, and I will give you a 5-day free trial of Scalpalytics Pro. So make sure you screenshot that and do that if you want 5 days free. All right, let's get back to the trades, though. I want to see where we are positioned right now in this long trade, because I'm ready to pull the trigger and go the other way. Because I do feel like we're going to head lower. I just don't know when, but we I think are going to head lower. We cracked 100,000. Ivan. Nah, bro. No, it went below 100, man. Ivan, it went below 100, my friend. It did go below 100, though. If you had a fill order at 100,000, you are definitely in a good position right now, for sure. You're in a great position right now. All those 25, 50% profits are great. Does the algo ever hold for 100% gains? 100% of what? Wasn't bars 100% of what? It's just when I say 50%, I'm saying we're taking 50% of our gains off of the table. We're locking in those gains. Like, so if we were up $600, when we get the If we're going long, we get the L chicken signal. We're up $600. I'll take half that off the table. So I'm locking in $300. I'm locking in 300. Bloodalytics printing money. You already know, man. House of Trades. That's one of my guys over in the UK. Took a nice short on that dump. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a nice trade yesterday, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Like Blade Icewood. All right, so look, guys. That was the trade this morning for Ethereum. So you're sitting pretty right now. You're sitting real pretty right now in that trade. But we're trying to make this Bitcoin trade sit pretty. I'm giving you the free trade of the day right here. Get in where you fit in. If you're just seeing the stream, this is a really good chance to get in because we're so close to turning the other way. The risk reward is diabolical. Okay. So you might as well go ahead and take a stab at it. Look at it. It's dropping now. We might do a reverse. We might do a reverse, y'all. Let's see. Let's see. Because I think we are going lower. So this would be perfect. I'll take the $200 loss. Let's see. There we go. You just got the short call. Just got the short call. So I'm going to come over here. You know, many times when stop loss areas are hit, you get the, opposite trade. I'm going to reverse here at 160. So I lost 160 on that trade. But I reversed it for the short. So we're now going short, ladies and gentlemen. We're not married to these trades at all. Okay. Took $240 plus the fee, which is cool. $60 fee on that, but I was trading like 60,000. But that short, boy, that short right there, ladies and gentlemen. 5 grand, 700, about 6 grand on those two shorts on the Ethereum and Bitcoin trades. All right, so we're in it now. We're in it. We're going short. We're going short, ladies and gents. On Bitcoin. And you, of course, rule of thumb, we need to place our stop loss. So just do the measurement, go up about 0.4% from current price. That'll take us to about, let's see, I gotta bring the window up for you guys so you can see this live and direct. Where we at? All right, so let's scroll back up. Let's get our stop loss together here. All right, so we're gonna put this about 0.4%. I'm gonna hide it right above this zone right here. This area right in this, it's kind of like a mini V. It's not a full V. It's only, I guess you can consider that a V. But I'm hiding it right above that area. All right. We trade live over here, baby. We trade live over here. We're either going to knock it out the park, Barry Bonds, or get knocked out the park. Either way. Small losses, though. Small losses, big wins. That's what we just take. Small losses, big wins. That's really the key to successfully trading. Your strategy can be doo-doo. But if your win-loss ratio is at least about 35, 40%, I mean, I'm saying if you win about 60% of the time, even 50% of the time, even 40% of the time, honestly, as long as your risk reward is set straight, where for every win, it takes out at least 2 to 3 losses, you're good. You're good. For example, on that massive drop yesterday, where you got in at the top, does the algo ever hold long drops like that? Or is it strictly a 25% cut off every trade? Okay, good question. So the trade from yesterday on the well, both, I mean, we killed it on Bitcoin, but I'm not using Bitcoin because I would have never traded that at 7 p.m. Be honest with you. So the Ethereum one will be the one that I would say realistically you would want to take, because I was during the US session yesterday. I mean, we got two. We did it back to back, like, you know, the bad boys. So even on Monday, US trading session, we took a short right here. So what happens is we take this short, right? Let's say we're up $1,000 by the time we get down here to this S chicken, or we take 50% off the table. Boom. Now we got 500 left. We got 500 in the bank. So then we come down here. This is another huge leg down. So everything after your first take profit, which is your S chicken, everything after S chicken is dynamic. The only first trade that is or take profit that's static will be your S and L chickens, depending if you're going long or short. Everything else will be dynamic. I have it programmed to be dynamic and kind of like monitor and watch the market, so you get the max out of your trades. You know, so for example, these 25% take profits here, right here, right here, and right here, and down here, that's all dynamic based on market price action. So that's how it works. That's right, man. Clay the Great, tell them smash the like button, please. What do you think about Zcash trading perp? Never fitted my algos to Zcash for whatever reason. I don't even know why. I don't think it's a lot of volume. I like to mess with pairs that have a decent amount of volume, so that I don't, you know, with coins that have less volume, you have issues with especially on exchanges, you have issues with getting wicked out. You have big issues with stop hunting. It's easier for them to stop hunt you and all of that. But on more liquid pairs, you don't really have that issue as much. Let me see if we have. I'm sure we got Zcash over here. Zcash. What's Zcash's ticker? I can't even remember. They might not even have Zcash over here, honestly. Yeah, I don't think they have perp Zcash over on BYDFi. To be honest with you. So we're going to take a look at the macro chart here in a second. Hit that like button as we get moving and grooving today. Hit the like button. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the macro chart really quickly. Hold on, I gotta just set this up real quick for us. Okay. Let's see here, guys. Get over here so we can set this up. So macro chart. So here we go. Nice bounce. Nice bounce. Nice bounce off of 99,100 on Bitcoin. 99,100. 99,100. Other than, 100K being a psychological whole number, I'm not really seeing any significant support there. Honestly, let me see if that's maybe we have one area. We actually might have one area that is at 100,000. We've bounced off before, which would have been in June. We bounced off of 98. No, that's lower. That's actually lower. So we got 99. Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking at that as a huge support area at 100,000. Surprisingly, the next area would be, first of all, here's why you want to be cautious right here. I'm just seeing this now. This is why you want to be cautious where we are right now, ladies and gentlemen. Trade. Here goes some jewels right here. This and this. What happens when you break below an area? It becomes future resistance. So past support becomes future resistance. We're now at the wick. We're now at the wick that we saw back on the flash crash, 1010. Everyone was in their feelings, butthurt. And guess what? We end up going way lower than that anyway. So was it really manipulation? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. But what I'm saying is you want to be careful here because we have, ladies and gentlemen, an area of resistance here in two areas, the wick, and when we came back down and tested the wick. This is actually going to be a strong area of resistance for us. Not saying that we can't get through it, but I'm just letting you know to be very careful with that area. Be very careful with that area. So this is why I'm saying, I think there is a possibility that we, oh, my bad. I think there's a possibility that we get some rejection here. Okay. So we're getting close again to our stop. I hit it above this area right here, just in case. It tried to wick us. Got very close to our stop loss. So that's why I hit it there. And I actually might inch it up just a tad bit, like right there. Just a tad bit higher. And just you got to show and prove. You got to show me you want to really stop me out, which it may. But this is an area, Bitcoin, we might get some choppiness. And I still think we're going to go lower. I still think we're going to go lower, even if we get tapped out of here. And the reason is because of this area right here. We're bumping up against previous very strong support areas. You got to think, like, this was a bounce. the bulls took over and bidded us back up 8% in 1 hour. So that was a very strong area of support, and we broke through to the downside on that yesterday. Now we're coming back up to it, but again, you got to really show and prove me. You got to show me that you really want to move higher. And it may, but I'm still to the bias to the downside. Still biased to the downside, guys. Not gonna lie. Let's see, just make sure everything is set up here. All right. Okay. One second. Gotta reset this here. All right, so that's where we are, guys. Major resistance area right now. Zcas ticker is ZEC. All right, so let me go back over here and see. Let me go back over here and see if we got a ZEC in the building. Let's see here. ZEC. No, not on BYD-Fi. Let me check on ZEC, not on MGBX. And let me just check. Let me check Blowfin. ZEC. Blowfin has it. Blowfin has it. So let me bring this up really quickly and see what we got. ZEC. I really don't do specific coins, honestly, just simply because I know it's good for TV. But typically, if Bitcoin is going one direction, so are the others. So I can pretty much, with the help of like using this chart here, I love using this chart, crypto total market cap, which is essentially every coin, every altcoin except Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'll use this to chart and see what's going on. You know, I will do that. But at the end of the day, I really don't see us getting too much higher than this area. We do have that. We're kind of bouncing up against this zone right here. But ultimately, you got to check, kind of look at this zone right there. Similar areas. But I see us maybe going up here and rolling back over on the coins, altcoins, coming back down to 848. 848 billion. That's honestly where I see us going. All right, let's check in with our trades. Okay, so I got stopped out, but I missed my long. So I'm going to have to wait. I'm going to have to wait for the long. I missed it big time. Unfortunately, I did miss my long going back the other way. So going to have to wait, see if we get a pullback. If we get a pullback to entry or even below, I would love to get in kind of down here. That way I could set myself up for a nice win reward if we do go back up, or I lose minimum when we turn back around and go short again, which I think I'm positioning myself to go short. I am positioning myself to go short. Who we got in the chat room right now on the live stream? 103,530 last month low. Yeah, Blowfan has it. Trend is your friend. Yeah, but it's kind of easier said than done. The trend been lower. Trend been our friend all week. Are we breaking out? Are we going the other way? It's possible, but following trend, only way you can follow trend is you have your trend line set properly. This is a 1 minute. This is my scalping. So I don't, you can do your trend lines on here, but typically I would raise out to maybe 15-minute, draw your trends properly, and then wait for the market to come back to trend line, either up or down, and play off of that. So you have to be very patient if you want to have trend be your friend, and you have to wait until you see the trend. You don't see the trend at the beginning of the trend. You only see the trend after multiple moves, waves, either heading higher, higher lows, or if you're heading lower, lower lows or lower highs, however you want to look at it, right? So trend is your friend is cool. I typically like to use strategies that get in before I even see that the trend is going that way. Like we did yesterday. The trend, there was no trend when we got into this short on Ethereum right here. There was absolutely no trend. So it just depends on your strategy. Depends on your strategy. But go back and watch yesterday's live stream. I really broke down what's going on in these markets, why we're seeing what we're seeing. And it has to do with the repo and reverse repo markets and a little island called the Cayman Islands. They got some issues. They're trying to hold on to a basis trade they've been running for a while. Easy, free money. But it might be, I'm not saying it is, but it might be unwinding. Might be unwinding. Now, we did see SOFR discount, the gap, the window come in a little bit yesterday. It's a day behind. So yesterday we got the numbers in. I think it was at like 12 basis points, but it's still above the Fed window, which is the problem, the discount window. It should not be above the Fed discount window. So we'll see tomorrow. I'll be able to know if we are continuing that downtrend, going from 22 to 12 to maybe closing the gap. But there are some serious issues going on. You see this here. We haven't seen the spread blow out like that. We got a couple of blips here. And I can't tell what that date is, but this date back here is in March of 2020 COVID. We got very close to that. And that was COVID. So I don't know, guys. I think this is your opportunity if you are still long. I know it's going to feel contrary, but it could be an opportunity for you to take some profits off the table. Definitely not giving financial advice. I'm just giving you trading advice, or my trading advice. What I would do, it would be to take some off the table on these bounces. These are areas possibly where people are like we did. We took profits on our shorts, so we closed those shorts. And in closing shorts, guess what? You're buying the asset back, so it pushes the price up along with people buying the dips. Those are some nice wicks, though, I have to say. Nice V shape right here with a slew of wicks on those candles, 1 hour candles. But to the Zcash thing, yeah, I don't really trade individual charts, man. I mean, if we look here on the 1 hour, you got a nice V here. You got another V here. You got an A here. So we've eclipsed the previous A. Here's another A. Another A. Let's go back. How far back do we go? So this is like no, it's not. Is it all-time high? Where's all-time high for this coin? We're at 5. I think this is all-time high, right? Is that why that must be why you're asking about it? Yeah, that's why you're asking about Zcash. This it's at all-time high. It's going crazy right now. And it has done very well. This October. Somebody knows something. Somebody knows something. Yeah, I'm not from a like a fundamental standpoint. I'm just not a fan of privacy coins pre-quantum computing supremacy. Like, I need to see what will hold up after quantum supremacy is made or had, where essentially we're in the world of quantum computers and quantum algos, like for sure. Then I can say, okay, this coin is going to stand the test of time. That coin is going to stand the test of time. Because what you got, like with crypto, it's different than like using some of these other RSA and other encryptions that encrypt during a specific transaction, and that's it. This has to be quantum proof for previous, because you're talking about privacy coins. So are all of the transactions in the past going to stay encrypted once quantum supremacy is front and center? Meaning, are all your transactions going to be private still that are on the blockchain already? That's where I have and I'm not saying I'm a cryptography expert or anything like that, but that's one of my issues. Zcash is the new Bitcoin. Hey, Bitcoin definitely has lost its luster, in my opinion. No lie about that. No lie about that, Monfrey. It has been taken over by the Wall Street boys. But again, I'm just not convinced that the current privacy coins are going to be the ones that make it after we cross the quantum Rubicon, if you want to say. So let's see where we are with things. I'm talking and possibly miss another trade. All right, so yeah, God darn it, I did. I missed my potential opportunity to get into this long a couple minutes ago. Shoot. Well, if you have Bloodalytics, the Scalpalytics Pro, I'm sure you were able to get in. Because we're going higher. Good for you. Not for me. Not for me, Monfrey. I missed my dang on trade, ladies and gents. So we're going higher, though. Finally got the right trade, it looks like. But again, we got to be careful at this area, because we need to be very cognizant of this resistance area, which was previous support, a huge support area. You got to be cognizant of this area right here. These two areas right here, and right here. Now we may bleed into it, may even get into the actual V part of this one. This is the wick, but we may even bleed into the V part. But after that, I don't see us getting much higher than that. I see the smart money coming in and shorting, the smart bears coming in and shorting again in this zone. So that's what I'm really waiting on, the next short signal on Bitcoin from Scalpalytics Pro or one of my other algos. And yeah, taking that short on again for a target back to session lows from yesterday. That's what I'm looking for. Call me crazy, call me insane, but you can't call me lazy. Zcash all-time high just under 3K opening. Oh, okay. 3K. Nah, I ain't counting that. I hear you on the print at 3K, but I mean, that could definitely be a target, right? 3K could be a target. I don't know if we get there, but 3K could definitely be a target. Perma Bear Blood? No, not at all. Perma Bear Blood made a lot of money the last 2 days, so I don't know about that, crypto, yo. Not a Perma Bear. I move with the markets. And just like AI Griff, I thought we were, 21, what was it, 125 range on Bitcoin. I felt like that was the top. Then we came back up and took 126 area. I think it was like 123 first, and then we came down and we swooped back up again. It's over, bro. The top is in. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but the top is in. And another reason why, aside from your technical analysis, you can just take a look at performance wise. Take a look at the months. We haven't had a red October in what? Since 2018. And I tell you all the time, I don't count 2014's red October. That was a totally different market. This may have been closer. 18 closer, more of a comparable market to today's market as far as the type of participants and everything. That's a more, I can apples to apples on this, right? And so with that being said, that following November after that red October, we had a negative 36%. We're down 6% right now. The trend is your friend, like someone said, and the trend is looking downward, ladies and gents. The trend is looking downward. So we would have to literally get, and I showed this chart or this stat the other day. Let me see if I can remember what I put in. BTC yearly returns. See if I can bring this one up. That's not a good one. Let me find a different one. Okay. I guess I can't find the one this looks about right. This looks about right. So this is Bitcoin yearly returns. And what we have going on here is law of large numbers. Crypto Princess in the house. What we got here is law of large numbers, guys. And what I mean by that is, as an asset gets bigger in price, nominal price, your returns start to get lower or they slow down simply because it takes more money to move it even higher. So here you go. Like, I don't know why it starts at 15. We saw even bigger returns before 15. But anyway, 15 on up. 1,300% at 17. Negative 73. But what I'm showing you guys is that we're at 8% return, and we got 2 more months. I really wanted to show you the quarters. So I have to find the actual quarter. There was another chart, a website I had up that was better, and for some reason I can't find it. Is it Slick Charts? Yeah, here. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. And this one goes back to 14. So this one has a slightly different return at 11%. But what I was showing, that was something I was showing where on the quarter, it might have been CoinGlass, honestly. I was saying that, like, for us to make this a positive month, we would have to get back to, or positive quarter, we would have to get back to all-time highs in 2 months. And it was like a 30% move up. And I didn't think we would have that to close out the year. To close out the year as that's what it was. So look, this is the lowest, at least on this site, this is the lowest returning year we've had. Positive return, right? So negative, we've only had 3 years of negative returns. Only 3, which is impressive. But this is the lowest positive returning year we've had so far. And that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. That's right. Hit the like button, ladies and gents. I definitely appreciate that. So that speaks volumes, guys. This is the lowest positive returning year we've seen. And that's what I was trying to say. For us to get or eclipse the second lowest, as far as where we are right now, we would be at 34%. That would be 2015. We would need to make another 25% return in 2 months to even break even with the currently lowest returning month, positive returning month in Bitcoin's history. That's just to break even with that. So that's what I was saying or trying to explain yesterday. So there's a couple, fundamental things you got to just take a look at and take into consideration when, making your decision on which way to go. You don't want to be a perma bull. You don't want to be a perma bear. You want to be a perma realist, a perma crypto blood. That's what you want to be. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. Come join the Bloodalytics team. Scalpalytics Pro available right now, along with Sui XRP, and I got the Solana BNB pack on deck as well. Again, thank you for tuning in for today, guys. I'll be back tomorrow, and this Friday I'll be doing a weekly recap. I have a special guest on. I'll be having Jenna X on with me this week on X. So make sure you guys tune in as well to that stream. So follow me on X to stay up to speed on that. All right. That's pretty much it, ladies and gents. It's your boy Crypto Blood. I'm out of here, people.
Yo, it's Crypto Blood, Detroit flow, screaming from the D, knowing what to show. Indicators are wrong point, OG since 12, invested in trade, living life like a pro. I'm Rucker, Jerry, it's just Blood do. Bad motherfucker in a good way, boo. Got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Get that money, gotta keep it creep. That's why crypto blood, just the toast is on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum too. Cash is king, but I'm looking for a new move. I know the culture of the markets like the streets. Got my finger on the pulse, can't nobody beat. I see the trends, I see the flow. Got my strategies in place, you know.
Yo, it's NYBZ on the mic, coming through the mist, talking crypto and privacy things you can't dismiss. YouTube's wild jungle, I'm the lion, can't resist. Guiding through the blockchain, teaching about the risk. Mind your biz, don't miss. Eeny, meeny, miny biz, we on a privacy blitz. Stepping in the mix, dropping knowledge with no tricks. YouTube to the wallet, keep it tight, no links. Click clack, I hack the facts, that's how I attack. From Bitcoin to Monero, stacking privacy back. YouTube's got eyes, but I'm the cloak in disguise. NYB on the rise, educating the wise. Mind your biz, don't miss. Eeny, meeny, miny biz, we on a privacy blitz. Stepping in the mix, dropping knowledge with no tricks. YouTube to the wallet, keep it tight, no links.
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Okay. Ready? Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live. Okay.